Right, hello. This is a very random, just rage video. So if you aren't ready to hear someone just rage about something, then I would suggest leaving. However, if you're interested in, I don't know, if you're maybe like business oriented or want to know what's maybe going wrong in your business and stuff, then yeah, maybe take a listen to this and realize that, yeah, just realize a couple things. So it's like 3 o'clock just now. Well, 2:30 actually, but not that that's relevant. And over the past 2 3 weeks, I've slowly but surely heard people talk about how the game is changing, the business game is changing, this is changing, and this niche and that is changing, and all this stuff is changing within business, which is a complete and utter fallacy and a lie. Like it's complete garbage, and it annoyed me so much because the things that people are currently saying that, oh, it's changing in this direction or that direction and this direction are all things that I had said that we should be focusing on, which obviously I did just focus on, and I'm glad that I did, because now it's like, oh, the game's changing when it's not changing, right? The point is, it's not changing. It's never going to change. It never has changed in all the years that business has been even a thing. Like it's been the same. Maybe certain things around it has changed, of the way it's been presented or given to you or shown to you or whatever, but business at its core isn't changing. It hasn't changed. It ain't going to change, right? Maybe the avenues of which you can do marketing and sales and things, yes, that's maybe changed. But the marketing and sales itself hasn't changed. The way that you create a product and fulfill on that hasn't changed. The way you hire people hasn't changed. The way you do client acquisition, that hasn't changed. All these things haven't changed. The thing is that your perception to how to actually do them has changed. That's it. Nothing else has changed. And I want it to be very clear to people that if you are about to step into business or you're currently doing business, stop looking for this thing that's changing and being ahead of the curve. There is no curve. There isn't. There's no curve. The curve doesn't exist, and you're not going to be ahead of it ever. The only thing you should do and focus on is literally the core fundamental things, and that's it. The three pillars, or the triangle, I've seen people call it numerous things. Acquisition of clients, acquisition of staff, great staff hires, and your product slash fulfillment. That's it. That's only three things. And I actually give kudos to the people who obviously do well with the packaging of these things, and maybe like teach people how to do these things and package it in a way where people are actually attracted to it, because that's part of the game, and I give kudos to you. However, the people that are actually looking at this thinking that, oh my goodness, the game's changing, so I need to make a change, like, just stop and look at what you were doing. You were just following and chasing the thing that you thought you had to do, rather than just doing the things that you should have done from the beginning, which was just the fundamental core simple business principles. And that's it. Just go and learn those things and do only those things, and you'll be good. Right now, there's multitude of people who are making much more money than me. I'm not going to sit here and act as if I'm making hundreds and millions of trillions of flipping pounds every month. I am not. I am making good amount of money, and that's it. Good amount, right? However, the foundations that I've created and that this is built on, I am more than confident that this will scale without breaking. That's what I know, because of the way I've decided to sort of build this from the beginning, and the way I've sort of advised other people to do it. I said, forget about the money, think about the long term. Like, think about, is this going to be sustainable in the long term or not? Because if it's not, and you're just going to make a quick buck, I don't care how much money you're going to make, there's no point, because it's not going to be sustainable, right? I would rather make 25% of the money knowing that I can sustainably grow it than make, again, 5 times more money or 4 times more money with it being completely unsustainable. Makes no sense, like, generally, because at any point, snap of the fingers, one thing changes and everything breaks. Whereas if one thing changes when you've got something sustainable, it doesn't really matter. Like, because it's sustainable, it's bulletproof, it's like just proven and repeatable and predictable. But when you've got this unpredictable idea of If anything, you're going to get unpredictable results, right? And that's not a business. That's just hoping and wishing, right? Same thing with pretty much anything. Like, let's just take gym, for example. The gym ain't changing. You can sign up for as many gyms as you want. You will realize that all the gyms are the same. Have the same dumbbells, same machines, same weights, same areas to do same workouts. You go to any gym, if you do the normal core fundamental movements and you just do them all the time, doesn't matter what gym you go to, you will get results. That's it. So just do the basics. And I know this probably even maybe sounds cliche, but holy moly, like three within the space of like this week have came, directly said to me the game's changing. And then on top of that, another like 10, 20 people I've seen purporting that the game's changing. Not directly to me, but have been saying that the game's changing. I've just seen and I'm like, no, the game's not changing. What's changing is your perception of what the game was in the first place. The game ain't changed. The rules of the game ain't changed. We've been playing chess. You thought it was Tetris. Now you're realizing, holy shit, it's actually chess. And now you're starting to play chess. But even then, even if you thought it was chess, you had no idea how to play. So you were just randomly moving pieces. And eventually, like let's say, for example, you have a chessboard and you move a piece and it tells you, wrong. You move it again, wrong. You move and you get it right. You feel like you're playing the game, but you aren't. Because you don't know the rules to the game and you've not taken a note of the rules to the game. You've just been moving it and eventually something moved and it was actually working. Like, oh, this can move this way. But you still ain't really playing chess, you're just guessing, right? So until you understand the rules of chess or that game, you are just guessing, and that's not what you want to be doing. So see if just now I can't come to you and ask you, hey, what predictability do you have of XYZ? If it's that your product can give this specific result, or you can get this specific amount of clients, or you can get this specific amount of hires in, or staff in, high quality, then you don't have a business. I don't know really what to call it, but it ain't a business. And you are not playing the game of business, you are playing the game of hopes and wishes. Like, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I implore you to go and just find, I don't even think the business book that you read matters, just find one that literally just talks about boring garbage and just read that. Boring, mind-numbing nonsense. It's actually the true gems, but just the boring, mind-numbing stuff that you struggle to read. Just sit down, read that, and apply just that, nothing else. Same way, if I was to suggest to someone who's wanting to start out at the gym, just figure out what the most boring, simple things that you can do are at the gym. Do those. Increase the reps, increase the weights, increase the distance, increase the speed, whatever, and just do it. But just don't change what it is you're doing. Just do that. You will get results. You might not get it as quickly as the guy that's, I don't know, perked up on all these supplements and he's doing this crazy, like, specific form and he's tensing his core and focusing on his breathing and all this stuff. But that's all additives. Do the initial thing first. Just do that. Do only that, and eventually you'll be able to do what he's doing at ease as well. But if you try and start there, it's not going to work. And you have no way of telling what actually worked. Like, was it the fact that you were doing the form in a specific way, or was it just the fact that you were doing the damn movement? I would say that it's the fact that you were doing the damn movement. So just do the damn movements and just do them consistently. This is 9 minutes now. I'm probably going to cut it pretty soon. But anyway, just to reiterate, business ain't changing. Whatever, I don't care what business you're in. It ain't changing. It ain't changed. It's not going to change. Just do the absolute core fundamental basic principles and you will be good. It might take longer, but who cares? Because it's going to last a hell of a lot longer, and that's what matters. Thank you for listening, and I'm going to get back to work.